Welcome back to 101 Sports Webcast. I'm Ben Greenberg. The NFL Combine is over, and like every year, some players exceeded expectations and others fell short. How will it affect the draft? Tyler Patchen and Megan Podgorski are here to break it all down. Guys, who was the biggest surprise of the NFL Combine? How did it affect their draft stock, and what teams are watching them? Megan.
I'm going to go with Kevin White from West Virginia.
Okay.
He ran a 4.3 40-yard dash, which is surprising for his height and weight. He comes in at 6'3", 215, so he's a big guy. And he's also athletically built, but we didn't expect him to be that quick in his 40-yard dash. His teams are looking at him in the top 10 to 15 picks, and he's the number 2 receiver in the draft behind Amari Cooper. So I see him going pretty quickly. He did have 9 catches and 143 yards in his first game this season against Alabama. So he showed up, and I think he's going to go pretty high in the draft.
I'm going to go with a defensive player, Danny Shelton from the University of Washington. Now, he is already one of the top defensive players in the nation, but when he entered the Combine, he was 6'2", 339 pounds, so he's a big guy. But what impressed a lot of scouts during the Combine was that he showed a lot of agility and a lot of speed. Kind of rare when it comes to big defensive players like that. So now with this pretty incredible showing, a lot of scouts now, he's definitely popped up on a lot of people's radar. So he's probably looking up, 10, 15, 20 teams like maybe the Giants, St. Louis,
right,
will definitely be looking at this guy.
Listen, I think Kevin White is a phenomenal player. I think he is probably the better of the two and probably has the higher draft stock right now. However, who was the biggest surprise? I agree with you. Danny Shelton was phenomenal. The agility he showed with that weight, I hope my Giants take him, that's for sure. But let's move on. We'll flip the question over. Who is the biggest letdown of the NFL Combine? And again, how does it affect their stock, and who's looking at him?
I'm going to go for the controversial pick. I thought a big letdown was Jameis Winston.
Really?
So, hear me out on this. Yes, he is a good quarterback. He's very well known, a lot of names, very well known and popular. But he had an injury during the Combine to his throwing arm, which he says will not affect him, but who knows. He was very mouthy on social media. Before the Combine, he was looking like he dropped out of shape, maybe ate one or too many crab legs, but he just didn't. Okay. He didn't blow anyone away at the Combine, which was kind of his job to do, to really kind of make himself well known and wanted to be in the NFL.
It's the Combine, though. It's just, his season speaks enough for him. I think the biggest letdown for the Combine was Paul Dawson from TCU. He's an outside linebacker, and everyone thought he was going to be this big athletic guy, and he ran a slow 40-yard dash at 4.93, so not what we were expecting, and only a 28-inch vertical. So we weren't expecting him to show this big athleticism, and he just fell short.
Yeah, I agree with you. Frankly, first of all, Jameis Winston, I think his injury is overblown. I think he's going to be fine. I don't think it was possible for him to blow anyone away at the Combine because he was so highly ranked. How could he come out there and blow anybody away? You know what I mean? Oh. He could only disappoint. Paul Dawson, you can't be a middle linebacker in the NFL with a 4.9340. No. That's disgraceful. All right, guys, it's 1-1. Let's break the tie. Okay. The Tampa Bay Bucs have the first pick in the NFL draft in 2015. Who are they going to take?
They need a quarterback, hands down. But I'm going to say Jameis Winston. I think that's who they're going to take. He has this incredible football intelligence and IQ. He knows the game so well that that's what they need. They need a quarterback that can lead that team. And he is such a pocket passer. He's accurate. And that's what they need right now. And I feel like he is the best choice in the entire draft to go first.
I agree with you that Tampa Bay needs a quarterback. So I'm going to agree with you there. I have a feeling that they're going to go with probably either Jameis Winston, but most, in my opinion, and maybe this is my wishful thinking, Marcus Mariota. Okay. They're going to probably want the star power that he has right now. They're going to probably want, he got Oregon to the finals, even though, they didn't win. But he's a very good all-around quarterback, great intelligence, good numbers. So I think they're going to probably want to go with the name and the star power with the Heisman that goes along with him.
Look, Marcus Mariota, phenomenal quarterback, and I don't think anyone would be too disappointed down there in Tampa Bay if they ended up taking him. However, Jameis Winston is probably the guy better suited to play in an NFL offense right now. His team in college ran an offense that resembles an NFL team more, and I think Jameis Winston is going to be the correct answer there. But we got to take a quick break. Connor will be back to discuss college basketball with our experts here and an early preview of March Madness right after this.